Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, it's Alexander Hilly123 and it's another video in the Classics series, and today it's our first Classics video from the 21st century. Well, there's obviously not going to be many, but this is the first. It's Grand Theft Auto 3, of course. This is not a playthrough, not a run through. I don't think you can really do one of them for a game like this, but it's just 10 to 15 minutes of me playing the game. I've not played it for years, as you can probably tell there. I forgot even the buttons to break, but yeah, I mean, I've had classics from the early 90s, a few from the late 80s, mid 90s, late 90s, but this is my first from the 21st century, and well, I played the original game in 2D on the PlayStation. I never played on Grand Theft Auto 2 or GTA London. I don't know what that was like, but it was just after the game came out in mid-2001 when I saw my brother playing this after he'd rented it from Blockbuster. I didn't know, and I asked what it was, and I was just blown away. Back then, 2001, I personally hadn't seen a game like this, and obviously the random destruction that you can cause, you know, as they call it, a sandbox game, was just fantastic. I'm so rusty on this, I can't believe it. But yeah, you know, back then I used to use the cheats and everything. The cheats were hilarious. I like to complete the games now without cheating, but I will be using the weapon cheat sometime in this video, because as I said, it's just a one-off. But since this has been obviously Grand Theft Auto Vice City, late 2002, San Andreas, late 2004, GTA 4, 2008, and the 5th game, which is going to be released next year. The car is already in an absolute right state. But yeah, the thing about this game, for the time, 2001, solid graphics, fantastic to see everyone walking about. Obviously, there are only probably about 10 different characters, and you see a lot of duplicates, obviously, but it still gave it that feel of realism. The different missions, the different characters, the humour of the game, the fantastic soundtrack. No real songs, if you will. You know, there's no 80s hair metal on this like there is on Vice City, or early 90s rap like there is on San Andreas, etc, etc, or a mixture of songs from different genres and different eras like there is on GTA 4. It's just, I think songs made for the game, I might be wrong, but you know, I love all the songs that are on this, especially on Rise FM, Lips 106, Game FM, the rap one is fantastic, in Chatterbox, of course, with a legend, Laszlo Fernandez is on. I can't remember his full name, but that guy, oh my lord, he's all about that love and passion. Yeah, but Laszlo, he made me want to be on the radio from a young age. Just loved that guy, loved the character. And for back then, the game itself in the area that you had to play in was huge. And it's obviously got progressively bigger. From the Vice City, there were a few different islands. San Andreas, obviously there were. And obviously Grand Theft Auto 4 was the biggest. Hey, I remembered the weapon cheat from so long ago, ladies and gentlemen. And I bought this controller, this PS2 controller, a few months ago from Amazon, and it seems like it's already having a mind of its own. I'm not touching a button there and he's walking. That is very, very bad to see. And of course, just the mindless fun of shooting anyone. We've all seen it, obviously. We've all done it. And she hasn't dropped any money. Well, she's not doing a very good job then. That's all I can say about that. Of course, you've got the mindless fun of just running people over and shooting them. Trying to get as many stars as you can. Everyone's done that. It does get boring after a while, especially on the older ones. I think that's more fun on GTA 4 because you've got helicopters, you've got more variety to just go absolutely insane. Whereas with this, you haven't. But yeah, the game is imprinted on my very soul. I can remember the routes throughout the game, the missions, the music, and that is why it's in the classics playlist, if you will. I don't know. The early missions are very simplistic. You don't really have to do much action-wise. Pogo the monkey there. I think it's Pogo the monkey. He would become a legend. Don't spank my bitch up. Probably going to play the other Grand Theft Autos, not make a video about it or whatever. I don't know. Of course, the main character on this game doesn't speak. I'm surprised I've still got the wanted level. Oh, I can fuck off. Oh, I don't need. Oh, for frig's sake. I'm in trouble here. And a bizzle. I like that Facebook group as well, driving like a normal person on GTA. Very funny, I've done that before myself in the past. But yeah, it's just the freedom of the game, going where you want to. Over 10 years old now, ladies and gentlemen. Don't know where the game series can go from here. And I don't know why I've got to bat this guy, surely I can just run him over. Sure I can. His horse have gone wild there. Obviously when you respray a car, your wanted level goes. I think I'm right in saying that. Although, when I was younger I never really did that, because I just used the wanted level cheat. I'll admit it. But GTA 4 was the first game I played of the series without cheats. As I've matured. But yeah, if you've not for some reason played this game, then yeah, there are no excuses, I must admit. Finding the controls a little bit clunky, but I think that's just me. I've actually got to be careful if I want to do this now, because I can't actually let the car get smashed up. But these are kind of missions. I think on Grand Theft Auto 4 there was a little bit too many missions which were a bit of a pain in the arse. And a bit too many generic chasing missions, if you will. Not a good variety of missions. But that's what you've got on GTA 3, Vice City and San Andreas. And of course, which is my favourite, or which is your favourite? It's the eternal question, of course. For me, it's San Andreas. Came at a time when everyone was talking about the game and everyone amongst mates was trying to complete it quickly. And after failing on Vice City and everyone at school talking about it and everything, I sucked quite a lot of ass at it. So I was happy to complete San Andreas quite quickly. As I beat this guy to death. You can do ambulance missions, of course, and police missions as well. I don't know if I can get in here. Oh yes I can. And that earns you extra money, ladies and gentlemen. And with all Rockstar games, they've all got a kind of element of distrust. You cannot trust anyone on a Rockstar game, whether it's Red Dead Redemption, Max Payne, or any of the other games they've made. I think there's a few good ones, isn't there? They've all got that within them, that you can't really trust anyone but yourself. and of course a lot of Italians. Picking Misty up in an ambulance for the lulz. I think you've got to beat your... Oh yeah, it's got a horn on it. Come on, you freaking bitch. He's earned $5 after a 3-hour session. And now we're taking her back to Luigi's place. Or are we going to Joey's? Oh yeah, we're going to Joey's. This is where you go to the next employer, if you will. And that's where I think I'll end the video. It's just been a simple playthrough of me talking about why I love this game. I'm not very good at playing games whilst talking. I like to concentrate heavily, even if I'm not doing much. I might have another in the classics section, but I might have to buy it off Amazon first. That's all I'll say, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, Grand Theft Auto 3, just over 10 years old now. The shooting element, the gangster element to the game, the music, the humour, which has always been running through the game, and of course, the mindless violence. How much money that guy's got! I'll see you in a bit, ladies and gentlemen.